Imagine a world buzzing with activity. Caravans laden with exotic goods traverse vast distances. This was the Silk Road, a network of routes that connected the East and West for centuries. It stretched over 4,000 miles, from the bustling markets of Chang'an in China to the ancient cities of Constantinople and Antioch. The Silk Road wasn't just one road, but a network of paths. These paths crossed mountains and deserts. They linked empires and cultures. The Silk Road was more than a trade route. It was a bridge between civilizations. It facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. It was a testament to human ingenuity and our desire to connect. The Silk Road's impact on the world was profound. It shaped our history, culture, and even our present-day lives. This intricate network of routes flourished for over 1,500 years. It played a crucial role in the development of the world as we know it. To understand its significance, we must travel back in time to its origins. We must explore the motivations that led to its creation and the impact it had on the ancient world. Let us embark on a journey to uncover the secrets of the Silk Road, an ancient highway that shaped our world. The story of the Silk Road begins in the 2nd century BC during the reign of Emperor Wu of Han in China. Emperor Wu was a visionary leader. He sought to expand his empire and establish trade relations with the West. At that time, China was largely isolated. The vast expanse of Central Asia separated it from the Western world. Emperor Wu faced a formidable enemy in the nomadic Xiongnu tribes. They controlled the trade routes to the west. Emperor Wu needed to find a way to outmaneuver them. He decided to forge a new route. This route would bypass the Xiongnu territory and connect China directly to the west. He dispatched his envoy Zhang Qian on a perilous mission to the west. Zhang Qian's journey was fraught with danger. He faced capture by the Xiongnu and endured years of captivity. Despite these setbacks, Zhang Qian persevered. He returned to China after 13 years. He brought back valuable information about the western lands. Emperor Wu was impressed by Zhang Qian's discoveries. He recognized the potential for trade and diplomacy with the West. He ordered the establishment of the Silk Road, a network of routes that would connect China to the outside world. The Silk Road was a conduit for a dazzling array of goods. As its name suggests, silk was a major commodity. Chinese silk was highly prized in the West. It was a symbol of luxury and wealth. Caravans laden with silk traversed the treacherous mountain passes. They journeyed across the arid deserts to meet the high demand. However, the Silk Road was much more than just a silk route. It was a vibrant marketplace for the exchange of a vast range of goods. From the east came spices, tea, porcelain, and jade. These goods were highly sought after in the West. In return, the West offered horses, glassware, textiles, and gold. This exchange of goods created a complex web of trade. It enriched the lives of people along the Silk Road. The Silk Road was not just about material goods. It was also a conduit for the exchange of ideas, religions, and technologies. Buddhism, originating in India, traveled eastward along the Silk Road. It eventually became a major religion in China and other parts of East Asia. Christianity, which emerged from the Roman Empire, spread eastward as well. It reached as far as China. The Silk Road also facilitated the exchange of scientific knowledge. Papermaking, invented in China, spread westward along the Silk Road. It reached Europe in the 12th century. This invention revolutionized the way information was recorded and disseminated. One of the most famous figures associated with the Silk Road is Marco Polo. Marco Polo was a Venetian merchant who traveled to China in the 13th century. His journey, documented in his famous book The Travels of Marco Polo, provided Europeans with a first-hand account of the wonders of the East. Marco Polo's journey began in 1271, when he set out from Venice with his father and uncle. They traveled for 3.5 years. They finally reached the court of Kublai Khan, the Mongol ruler of China. Marco Polo spent 17 years in Kublai Khan's service. He traveled extensively throughout China. He marveled at the country's wealth, technology, and sophistication. In 1295, Marco Polo returned to Venice. He brought with him tales of his incredible adventures. His stories captivated the imagination of Europeans. They were eager to learn about the exotic East. His book became a bestseller. It introduced Europeans to the customs, beliefs, and riches of China and other Asian civilizations. While Marco Polo's accounts are not without controversy, they provide valuable insights into the cultural exchange that took place along the Silk Road. His journey remains a testament to the enduring allure of the Silk Road and its power to connect people from different cultures. Section 5. Perils of the Path, Facing the Dangers of the Silk Road. The Silk Road may have been a bridge between civilizations, however it was not without its perils. Traveling the Silk Road was a daunting and dangerous undertaking. Merchants and travelers faced numerous challenges along the way. The journey was long and arduous. It often took months or even years to complete. The terrain was treacherous. Caravans had to traverse towering mountains, vast deserts, and treacherous rivers. The weather was unpredictable. Travelers faced scorching heat, freezing temperatures, and blinding sandstorms. These harsh conditions took a toll on both humans and animals. Bandits and raiders were a constant threat. They preyed on caravans laden with valuable goods. Travelers often had to band together for protection. They hired armed guards to escort them. Disease was another danger. Outbreaks of plague and other epidemics could decimate entire caravans. Medical care was often scarce along the route. Despite these dangers, merchants and travelers were willing to risk their lives. They were driven by the lure of profit and the desire for adventure. The Silk Road remained a vital artery of trade and cultural exchange for centuries. Section 6. Shifting Tides, the Rise of Sea Routes, and the Decline of an Era. By the 15th century, the Silk Road began its slow decline. Several factors contributed to this. One major factor was the rise of maritime trade. European explorers seeking new sea routes to the east made significant advancements in shipbuilding and navigation. The Portuguese, led by Vasco da Gama, discovered a new sea route to India in 1498. This discovery bypassed the traditional land routes of the Silk Road. The development of new sea routes had a profound impact on global trade. Ships could carry far larger quantities of goods than caravans. They were also faster and more efficient. As a result, sea trade became increasingly popular. It gradually overshadowed the land-based trade of the Silk Road. The decline of the Silk Road was also hastened by political instability and conflict. The Mongol Empire, which had once ensured peace and stability along the Silk Road, fragmented into rival khanates. These khanates often engaged in warfare. This disrupted trade and made the Silk Road unsafe. The rise of the Ottoman Empire in the 15th century further restricted trade along the Silk Road. The Ottomans, who controlled key trade routes between East and West, imposed heavy taxes on European merchants. This made it less profitable to trade along the Silk Road. Section 7. Echoes of the Past, the Enduring Legacy of the Silk Road. The Silk Road may have declined as a major trade route, but its legacy continues to shape our world. The Silk Road fostered cross-cultural exchange for over a millennium. This exchange left an indelible mark on the arts, sciences, religions, and languages of the civilizations it connected. The Silk Road's impact can be seen in the architectural marvels of ancient cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, and Xi'an. These cities served as important trading hubs along the Silk Road. They bear witness to the cultural fusion that took place. The intricate designs of mosques, palaces, and caravanserais reflect a blend of Persian, Indian, Chinese, and Islamic influences. The Silk Road also played a crucial role in the transmission of knowledge and ideas. As we've seen, Buddhism traveled eastward along the Silk Road. It left a lasting impact on the spiritual lives of millions of people. Similarly, scientific knowledge such as papermaking and gunpowder spread from east to west, transforming societies along the way. The Silk Road's legacy is not merely confined to the past. It continues to inspire modern initiatives aimed at fostering global trade and cooperation. Section 8. A new Silk Road emerges. China's Belt and Road Initiative. In recent years, China has embarked on an ambitious project that harks back to the legacy of the Silk Road. The Belt and Road Initiative, launched in 2013, aims to revive ancient trade routes. It seeks to connect China to the rest of the world through a network of infrastructure projects. The BRI consists of two main components: the Silk Road Economic Belt and the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road. The Silk Road Economic Belt focuses on developing land-based infrastructure. This includes railways, highways, and pipelines. It aims to connect China to Central Asia, Europe, and beyond. The 21st Century Maritime Silk Road focuses on developing seaports, shipping routes, and maritime infrastructure. This connects China to Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. The BRI is a massive undertaking. It involves over 60 countries and represents trillions of dollars in potential investments. China sees the BRI as a way to boost its economy. It wants to expand its global influence. It also aims to promote economic development in participating countries. The BRI has generated both excitement and controversy. Proponents praise its potential to foster economic growth and connect people. Critics express concerns about debt traps, environmental damage, and China's geopolitical ambitions. Section 9, Bridging Continents, a future shaped by ancient paths. The Silk Road, a network of ancient highways, has left an indelible mark on our world. From the reign of Emperor Wu of Han to the journeys of Marco Polo, the Silk Road has facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures for centuries. Its legacy lives on. It inspires modern initiatives like China's Belt and Road Initiative. As we stand at a crossroads of globalization and interconnectedness, the lessons of the Silk Road remain relevant. The Silk Road reminds us of the power of trade and cooperation. It shows us that even in ancient times, people sought to build bridges across cultures and continents. The Silk Road story is a testament to human ingenuity, our desire to connect, and our capacity for innovation. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, may we draw inspiration from the Silk Road's enduring legacy. Let us continue to build bridges of understanding and cooperation. Let us shape a future where ancient paths lead to a more interconnected and prosperous world.